Hey, here's an interesting question. Should you cancel your Bigscreen Beyond 2 pre-order for the Pimax Dream Air? Do I even need to explain? The Beyond has a refurbished 2 years old hardware and quotes did not pay big YouTubers to shill it as a new headset. 2 years old panels do not even run at 2.5K resolution at 90Hz refresh as advertised. They have V-Wars brightness and ghosting on any microOLED headset in 2025. Simply for being the old panels. Literally every other panel from Sony to BOE runs full resolution at 90Hz today and has a better brightness. So both Pimax headsets will make the Beyond look so outdated and overpriced in just 2 weeks. And yeah, Pimax Dream Air event is coming in middle of September, but the Beyond 2 is already outdated and overpriced. You see, I'm shooting this video on the Play for Dream headset, and it has top-of-the-line 4K micro-OLED panels, and those are better not just in the resolution. They are super bright, and they have much better colors. Everyone who tested both headsets already picks the Play for Dream model with no competition. Better panels with calibrated colors and color profiles. And after seeing the 4K myself, I will not be looking for anything less now. 4K is another generational leap in VR. I have thought this is just a higher resolution number, but after trying both the Play for Dream and Pimax Super, the first thing I have noticed, or maybe did not notice, it does not even look like a VR headset with the screens anymore. It looks just like a real thing. There are no pixels, no screen texture, nothing that would give it away that you are just looking through a fake screen. And this is the first thing I instantly noticed switching back to the Quest 3 now. Is that screen pixel texture on everything and washed out colors. It does not even matter that my computer cannot even render 4K per eye resolution on these headsets. Even an upscale 2.5K will look nothing like I have ever seen on any other headset, simply because that quality on the 4K panels. With no visible pixels, perfect colors and perfect 3D illusion. While everyone who have used the Beyond 2 already complains about its terrible brightness. And people complain even more about the Quest 3 level of resolution, distorted colors and overall so disappointing experience. So you do not even need to wait for the Pimax reviews to know. Pimax and any new micro-OLED headset in 2025, and there are so many new micro-OLED headsets coming in just the next few months. That will make the Beyond 2 feel so overpriced and outdated. Starting with the Pimax Dream Air after the September event. So let's look at the pricing now. Why I keep repeating that the Beyond 2 is so overpriced. I want the Beyond 2 VR Chat Edition and I will need an audio too, and that is already over 1,700 euros. This is before any controllers, base stations or lenses. This headset is so incredibly overpriced. I can get a whole used Apple Vision Pro for under 2,000 euros now. Or this Play for Dream headset, again with much higher quality 4K panels and lenses. And all standalone features for just 1,600 euros. And the Pimax Dream Air model, again with better screens and audio, will cost just 1,800 euros. But the comparable budget 2.5K micro-OLED headset from Pimax will cost only 800 euros. That is already a whole 1,000 euros less than the Beyond 2. But it will still come with a new and better micro-OLED panels that will run at full resolution and 90Hz refresh, and will have better brightness for simply being a new panels from 2025. Not to mention both Pimax and Play for Dream use a well-tested Tobii eye tracking. And what the hell is this tweaking mess on the Beyond 2? as the whole wording on the eye tracking part sounds like it's just a bonus feature. Cool if they will make it work, but they do not even give any guarantees they will ever make it work or that it will ever work well.
But now, the bar that you need to hit when it comes to accuracy, precision, and latency is much higher to get to foveated rendering. And that's something we're working on. I do believe we'll get there, but I'm not going to promise it right now today, because that also requires a lot of software integration. Latency is not only in our camera, it's not only in our algorithms at the software level.
And I will not go into the details why these headsets have LED rings around your eye, 2 and more cameras per eye, and we still struggle with tracking quality. And Beyond has just a wishful thinking, promising better tracking with a single camera and 2 tiny LEDs, so I hope they did not pay money to the VR chat for all that advertising for the Beyond 2, as being the ultimate headset for VR chat. Just like the Optimum guy promised, he does not take money for his non-paid reviews. He has made, quotes, a honest not paid video that all Beyond customers point fingers to now. How fake and dishonest the whole video is at almost every claim he made. So I have a Pimax Crystal Light, and it has a noticeably wider field of view over the Quest 3. And the Optimum guy showed he is using a thicker face cushion on the Pimax to sabotage the field of view in the comparison, as he is using a stock interface on the Quest 3, which again does not give you the best experience. With prescription lenses and a custom head strap I can get extra few degrees on the Quest 3, which means the Beyond 2 had the worst FOV from all 3 headsets, but the guy made it sound the opposite. By the way, he is even contradicting himself completely, talking how much Crystal Light was better in terms of the visual quality over Beyond 1 in his Pimax video. And Quest 3 is a budget headset, so we should not be even comparing it. The real competition is this Play for Dream, which beats the Beyond 2 again with better lenses, less reflections and wider 110 horizontal field of view, not to mention the 4K microOLED panels. And here we are missing the elephant in the room. We have the Pimax Super in the Beyond 2 price range. I will repeat, these new 4K headsets are above anything else we had. 4K is a new generational leap in VR clarity. And Super has a DisplayPort with a 6K render and spherical lenses with no reflections. So if you care about the ultimate visual quality, Super beats even top-of-the-line micro-OLED headsets today. I do lean towards the Play for Dream though, simply because it is a lighter and way more comfortable headset. Even lenses are slightly worse and resolution is capped at 4K. It's more than plenty for me. Again, even this 20 years old Half-Life 2 VR looks like a completely new remastered game, simply because of the new screen quality on this headset. We've never seen level of detail and perfect colors. And usually I just skip talking about terrible products that nobody cares about anyways. But here the Beyond is pretty much lying, with all not paid marketing and not paid honest reviews, giving the exclusive rights to a creator to make a video before everyone else, and promoting that video is already a form of payment, just to be perfectly clear. And feel free to leave your comment if my video is not correct and how you love your Beyond headset, because I had plenty of comments like that from people admitting all those issues under my last video, and how they have fixed the headset using brightness under 50% to avoid the motion blur, or how they claim 75 Hz is good for them. For me, 75 Hz looks choppy as hell on the microOLED headset. And I'm a person who does not even care about these refresh numbers, unless it is so bad as the 75 Hz. And it does look choppy compared to the 90 Hz, which is the lowest acceptable refresh rate for any VR headset. Any VR game with any action, any fighting, any dancing, or even playing the Beat Saber, you will notice a big difference between 75 and 90 Hz. Second, I did not even pre-order the Beyond 2, simply because to me making a small headset with a wire is a completely stupid move. I will be never downgraded to a virus again. I got the Pimax crystal cable so twisted just recording my last VR chat full body video. And a small headset does not mean it is comfortable either. I have a whole video ranting about the DJI microOLED goggles. Exactly, they are so small, they have same terrible ski goggles mount design and even worse night vision mount with even bigger wobbles. And that makes me instantly dizzy and make those lenses look terrible even standing still piloting FPV drone. So let's not even talk about active VR games. Lastly, I play lots of VR games with full body using Panda trackers. So silicone face interface is the most disgusting. It is getting so hot and trapping all sweat inside. People are reporting irritated eyes using the Beyond 2 because the small headset is so hot. They reporting eyelashes touching the lenses too, and lens distortions that make them VR dizzy and cause headaches, which they did not have while playing on the Quest 3. Not to mention the worst binocular 3D overlap on the Beyond 2. Multiple people complain about the eye strain. But for me that is even more important. I do not want to buy any future headset that does not have anything less than a perfect 3D overlap. Like on the Pimax Crystal Super or this Plane for Dream headset. I can see the VR in a perfect 3D, feel like I'm actually inside VR, and I can easily tell that all other objects and players are in the same 3D VR world with me. And if you did play on the Quest 3 or the Pro, you will know how flat the image looks on those headsets. It's not even VR at that point, it's more like just sitting very close to a flat screen TV. So Beyond 2 is like the Quest, just worse. This is why people complain their eyes hurts from not being to focus on the VR image. And I would be even worried if the Beyond 2 is a health hazard because of it. This dry eyes and eye strain is obviously bad for your vision. Just like eyelashes brushing against the glass of the lens, it's an easy way to get you an eye infection, especially if your headset gets drenched in sweat playing active full body games. So yeah, to sum up, Beyond 2 is already outdated and so overpriced. Just look at the current Play for Dream headset. All people like the better screen quality and better lens with less reflections. They even say the virtual desktop looks sharper than the display port on the Beyond, again simply because the higher resolution on the Play for Dream headset. And Play for Dream has better colors because the screens are calibrated and they have color profiles, so you can make your game look darker or brighter. You are not stuck on a single color profile and complaining that you cannot see anything in the game because it is so dark. Then Pimax is releasing a similar high-end 4K headset for the price of the Beyond 2 and another budget model for only 800 euros. And both headsets will be better than the Beyond 2, simply because we will use the new panels from 2025. And did the Play for Dream representative accidentally has spilled that we are working on a cheaper microOLED headset for 2026 too? Even if I knew, I would not be able to tell about it to you before the actual announcement. But what I do know, there are at least 2 more unannounced cheap 2.5K new microOLED headsets coming from China alone in early 2026. So the Beyond 2 will look so overpriced and so outdated. I would be so upset if I would have bought a headset and only 2 weeks later there are new models coming out that are 2 even 3 times cheaper and have better panels. They are better headsets just a couple of weeks later. Many people are returning the Beyond 2 already. They are writing how disappointed they are with the headset. Even they lose money on the restocking fee and making that custom face cushion. That is another reason to wait for the Pimax headset, which will have free returns. And if you want to try your first microOLED headset, I think it's literally the best option to go. Because many people will find maybe they don't even like the microOLED. You see, there are multiple issues with microOLED. You need to print your perfect custom face cushion to match exactly your face shape. You need to have those lenses very close to your eyes, but we are almost touching your eyelashes. So fitting a microOLED headset is way harder than putting on your average Quest 3 or Quest Pro. And microOLED can look too dark or even washed out or blurry in many games. I have another video ranting about these exact issues on a cheap microOLED glasses and headsets that do not offer any screen controls. And these high-end headsets like the Play for Dream do have the whole screen calibration. They do offer color profiles, eliminating many issues I am showing in that video. Hell, even Xreal did put a statement responding to my video, and they have released a firmware update for those cheap microOLED XR glasses, adding the screen calibration and color profiles, just like I have asked in the video, and that alone have solved many issues I did complain. But Beyond will not be able to do even that, simply because it's a native SteamVR headset and lacks all extra software, and that becomes a big issue here. Because you lose all screen color profiles, all extra features like the GPU upscaling you have on a Pimax software, and obviously all extra features with standalone. Watching 8K 3D movies on this Play for Dream headset is so good. It's alone why I would not want to buy any other new headset without these basic standalone features. Even Valve understands that, and the next Steam headset is rumored to be standalone and have all camera tracking just like a Quest. Base stations are already out of stock everywhere, and I have been making full body tracking videos for over a year using the Quest Pro with Panda trackers, showing how this combo not only beats official Slime VR trackers, but even the Vive trackers and base stations feel so limited and outdated in 2025. Compared to all these new tracker systems, and if you save 1,000 euros buying the Pimax headset, then you can easily upgrade your whole full body tracking kit to the latest standards of 2025 and get the latest wireless router and still have plenty of money left. And you won't need any base stations, you won't need any space calibration, and all the usual crap with the Vive trackers, which is so outdated and so annoying by today's standards. So Panda trackers are so easy to use, and they actually work for all dancing, fitness and fighting games, that not only I had constant problems and complaints using the bulky and heavy Vive trackers, that bounces around to hurt my legs with the tight straps, and even can slip and fly away if you are not too careful. I'm making new videos showing full body tracking with Panda trackers on this Play for Dream headset too, and I will link those later here. By the way, this headset has unlimited boundary out of the box, so I'm tempted to do more videos outside, all the Blade and Sorcery and Dragon Fist VR, with full body tracking outside, especially with this cool autumn weather coming. It is perfect. So subscribe to see those, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.